What if someone told you that more than 500 years ago, a map existed that seemed to know parts of the world long before modern explorers officially discovered or accurately charted them? A map so mysterious that it has fascinated historians, scientists, and conspiracy theorists for over a century. Some believe it proves the existence of a lost civilization with advanced knowledge. Others claim it contains evidence of forgotten voyages across the oceans. And a few even suggest it reveals knowledge that humanity simply should not have possessed in the early 1500s. But is any of this true? Or has one ancient document been misunderstood for generations? Today we uncover the incredible story of one of history's most controversial maps, the Piri Reis Map, a map that continues to challenge assumptions, spark debates, and raise one unforgettable question. How could people 500 years ago draw a world they supposedly had never seen? Stay until the end, because the final explanation is even more surprising than the mystery itself. Our story begins not in the age of exploration, but more than 400 years later. In 1929, researchers were examining ancient documents inside Topkapi Palace in Istanbul, Turkey. Among old manuscripts and forgotten papers, they discovered part of an extraordinary world map drawn on gazelle skin. The map immediately caught everyone's attention. Its lines were remarkably detailed. Its coastlines appeared surprisingly accurate. And unlike many medieval maps filled with mythical creatures and imaginary lands, this one looked unusually realistic. The signature belonged to an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis. Born around 1470, Piri Reis was not only a naval commander, but also one of the greatest cartographers of his era. He spent decades sailing across the Mediterranean, collecting navigation charts and studying geography. According to notes written directly on the map, he did not create everything from his own observations. Instead, he compiled information from many older sources. Some came from Portuguese explorers, others from Arabic charts. Some were copied from maps used by sailors during the voyages of Christopher Columbus. Piri Reis himself claimed that his work was based on around 20 earlier maps and charts, carefully combined into a single document. This detail is important because it means the mystery is not only about who drew the map, it is also about where the original knowledge came from. When historians studied the surviving section, they identified recognizable coastlines: Western Europe, North Africa, the Atlantic Ocean, and much of South America. For a map created in 1513, this level of detail was remarkable. At that time, Europeans had only recently begun exploring the Americas. Many regions were still largely unknown to them, yet parts of the map appeared surprisingly advanced for its era. Then researchers noticed something that would ignite decades of debate: a strange landmass at the bottom of the map. Some believed it represented the southern coast of South America. Others claimed it was something far more extraordinary: Antarctica. If that claim were true, it would create an astonishing problem. Antarctica was not officially sighted until 1820 more than 300 years after the map was drawn. How could a 16th century cartographer depict a continent that Europeans had not yet discovered? Was it a coincidence, a mistake, or evidence that the map preserved a knowledge from much older civilizations? These questions transformed the Piri Reis Map from a historical curiosity into one of the world's greatest mysteries. But before jumping to extraordinary conclusions, we must first examine what the map actually shows, because sometimes the greatest mysteries begin with the smallest details. At first glance, the Piri Reis Map appears to be just another old nautical chart. But the longer historians studied it, the stranger it became. The map accurately depicts the western coast of Africa, the Iberian Peninsula, and large portions of South America. An impressive achievement for a document created in 1513. Even more remarkable are the handwritten notes left by Piri Reis himself. These notes explain that he compiled his work from several older maps, including Portuguese charts and sources he believed were connected to the voyages of Christopher Columbus. This was unusual. Instead of claiming all the work as his own, Piri Reis openly admitted that he was combining knowledge from earlier explorers. But one section of the map sparked decades of controversy. Near the bottom, there is a long stretch of land. Some researchers in the mid-20th century argued that this coastline resembled Antarctica, even suggesting it showed the continent without its thick ice sheet. If true, the implications would be extraordinary. Modern science tells us Antarctica has been covered by ice for thousands of years, and the continent was not officially sighted by explorers until 1820. So how could a map from 1513 show it? This idea quickly spread through books, documentaries, and television programs. Some claimed the map preserved knowledge from a forgotten advanced civilization. Others suggested it came from an ancient global culture capable of mapping the Earth with surprising accuracy. But many professional historians and cartographers disagree. They point out that the mysterious southern land is more likely an inaccurate extension of South America, drawn according to the limited geographic knowledge available at the time. In the early 1500s, map makers often connected coastlines incorrectly because vast parts of the world had not yet been explored. To them, the southern coastline was still largely unknown. Another important detail is that the surviving Piri Reis map is only a fragment of the original world map. Large sections are missing. Without the complete document, interpreting its full meaning becomes much more difficult. This reminds us of an important lesson. Sometimes a mystery grows not because of what we know, but because of what has been lost. The missing pieces leave room for imagination, and imagination often fills gaps faster than evidence can. So, is the Piri Reis map proof of forgotten knowledge? Or is it simply an extraordinary example of Renaissance cartography built from the best information available at the time? To answer that question, we must examine the evidence and separate historical fact from speculation. For nearly a century, the Piri Reis map has inspired countless theories. Some are supported by historical evidence. Others rely on speculation. To understand why this map remains so fascinating, we need to separate the two. Theory 1. A lost advanced civilization. One popular idea suggests that the map is based on charts created by a forgotten civilization with advanced knowledge of geography. Supporters argue that such a civilization may have explored the world thousands of years before recorded history. It's an exciting idea, but so far, archaeologists have found no direct evidence that such a civilization created global maps or possessed technology capable of surveying the Earth with modern precision. Without physical evidence, this remains a hypothesis, not an established historical fact. Theory 2. Secret ancient knowledge. Another theory claims that ancient sailors traveled much farther than historians once believed. Could civilizations like the Phoenicians, Egyptians, or other early seafarers have explored distant oceans and passed their knowledge down through generations? We know that ancient civilizations were skilled navigators. However, there is no confirmed evidence that they produced a complete and accurate map of the entire world resembling modern geography. It's possible that knowledge from many voyages accumulated over centuries, but the full extent remains uncertain. Theory 3. The best explanation. Most historians believe the simplest explanation is also the strongest. Piri Reis himself wrote that he compiled his map from many earlier sources. Portuguese explorers had already sailed along the coasts of Africa and South America. Spanish expeditions had begun mapping parts of the New World. Arabic and Mediterranean navigators had preserved geographic knowledge for centuries. Rather than creating an impossible map from scratch, Piri Reis may have brought together the best available information of his time into one remarkable document. That alone was an extraordinary achievement. Why the mystery lives on. The Piri Reis Map continues to capture people's imagination because it sits at the boundary between history and mystery. Some questions have convincing answers. Others remain open. The missing portions of the original map, the unusual southern coastline, and the references to older source maps all leave enough uncertainty for new theories to emerge. But uncertainty is not proof. In history, the most reliable conclusions come from evidence that can be tested, verified, and compared, not from mystery alone. Still, even if the map doesn't rewrite human history, it tells us something equally important. 500 years ago, people were already sharing knowledge across continents, combining discoveries, and pushing the limits of what they knew about the world. And that may be the map's greatest legacy. More than 500 years after it was created, the Piri Reis Map continues to fascinate people around the world. Not because it has answered every question, but because it reminds us how much of history is still waiting to be understood. Today, historians preserve the surviving fragment as one of the most important cartographic treasures from the age of exploration. It represents a remarkable moment in history when knowledge from different cultures and voyages was brought together into a single map. The Piri Reis Map also teaches an important lesson about curiosity. When we encounter something mysterious, it's easy to jump to extraordinary conclusions. But real discovery requires patience, evidence, and careful investigation. Many of the map's greatest mysteries have inspired scientific research. Others have encouraged myths that continue to spread online. Both show the power of a single historical document to capture the human imagination. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't whether the map proves a forgotten civilization. Perhaps it's how much knowledge has been lost over time. Throughout history, libraries have burned. Ships carrying priceless documents have sunk. Wars have destroyed countless records. Entire collections of maps have disappeared forever. How many discoveries vanished with them? We'll probably never know. And that is what makes history so fascinating. Every new discovery has the potential to change our understanding of the past. The Piri Reis Map reminds us that history is never completely finished. There are always new questions to ask, new evidence to uncover, and new mysteries waiting beneath the surface. So, was the Piri Reis Map truly impossible? The evidence suggests that it was an extraordinary compilation of geographic knowledge, available in the early 16th century, created by a highly skilled Ottoman admiral who drew from multiple earlier sources. At the same time, some aspects of the map, especially the missing original sections and the debates over the southern coastline, continue to inspire discussion. The mystery then is not that the map breaks the laws of history. It's that it reveals how much we still have to learn about the people who explored, recorded, and shared knowledge hundreds of years ago. Sometimes, the greatest mysteries are not solved by finding magical answers. They are solved by asking better questions. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Truth Unlocked, and turn on notifications for more documentaries exploring the world's most fascinating unsolved stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction.